Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L coming in to watch Isekai Cheat Magician episode 7. Our romp through this typical Isekai anime continues. Hope you all are doing well. Anyway, guys and gals, what am I expecting for this week? Oh wait, I should do announcements, sorry. Okay, I uploaded a Dr. Stone theory video. If you like Dr. Stone and you're okay with some minor spoilers if you're an anime watcher, yeah, feel free to check it out. It's just a little fun thing, and also feel free to share it. I would also ask you guys to share these videos, but you know, these videos are for like a specific crowd. As you can tell, it's pretty much you and me. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys and me. You know, not everyone likes these types of videos, so I don't really need you guys to share this. But do leave a comment and chat if you want to chat. You know, it's always fun to hear about what you guys are saying or complaining about. I accept all complaints and all praises for this anime. Because, you know, like all shows, they have their good parts and their bad parts. But this week, I expect it to be a lot of bad parts. The problem is Tai Chi's on the scene. In other words, the worst possible person has arrived. What am I expecting this week? Well, I'm expecting Tai Chi to at some point utter the infamous words that he is in fact a cheat. I am expecting that. And I'm also expecting all the girls to just kind of fall apart because Tai Chi's here now. You know, what's the point of being an effective character if the guy's here to save you? So it's going to be aggressive with Tai Chi. You know what? If Tai Chi actually falls and gets defeated again, color me surprised. I will be very impressed if we get that solution again. That will be a very ballsy move from the author, and I would respect it. But yes. What else can I say? It's going to be a fun one. You know, I know what I'm getting. I know that my voice broke there. I know that this is going to be a fun episode. It'll be a nice episode if you also get to see the assassin lady. That'll be really neat. I'll be in for that if we get to see her. No, that guy looks like just ready. Who are you? Takes a big man to stand in the back lines and just watch people get wrecked. I like how they're fixing it with the two other ladies running towards her. Sorry, anime, you've already ruined this. You're not a very good adaptation. Although that kind of does redeem them a little bit. Tai Chi. I gotta get his pronunciation right. Okay, guys. It is not a kind of situation you can just walk up behind the guy while he's not even holding the guy's arm. There's like others left. Oh, there he is! There it is! Of course he had to say the cheats. The other thing is, like, the girls should be able to do the same strength enhancement. Yeah, they can't hit his multipliers, but we don't really know how much magic goes into each multiplier level. I'm pretty sure the girls should be able to do it. Where did they come from? I might as well take that as a thumbnail. I don't know if we'll get a better image this episode. I wonder how many more times he's going to talk about his cheats. Guys, this is not the time. This is not the time. There are monsters all around you. Like, oh my god, what are you doing? You should get an arrow to the knee for that irresponsible behavior. Actually, how is he not having sleep deprivation? That's probably the real cheat right there. Well, I'm into that. That seems like a pretty interesting little conspiracy there. Takes a big man to be able to relax in his tent while people are fighting monsters. You know, the assassin's there, so I should be pretty happy about that. It is a good episode. She's here. Ah, yeah. Oh, she doesn't look as pretty as she did the 2 episodes ago. I won't lie. If Tai Chi actually does end up getting with this green-haired girl, you have no idea how much I'll respect that. I will really respect that. Like, listen, man. When you have timid Japanese light novels that rarely ever want to cement any kind of romantic interest, buddy, if this one goes ahead and does it, buddy, that will be pretty amazing. Am I expecting it? I don't know. The thing is, Smartphone, what I think is quite literally one of the worst isekais to ever grace our screens. It had, I think, a pretty nice little resolution to all the harem shenanigans that were going on. It's the only reason I went deeply into the light novel. So if this one pulls it off, I will revise everything I've said. I'm pretty simple. Well, that's cool. I wish I knew about your lifestyle. Thing is, you look like you're rich. So how terrible of a life could you have had? This sounds like you're gonna die. I really hope you're not gonna die. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about this at all. Yeah. Oh, that's a trance. Well, at least these assassins are actually worth something. Hey, they're taking out those red elementals like it's nothing. It's almost as if this whole red system is worthless. You can kind of notice also that they're kind of dropping down on the animation a little bit. Some spots are alright, but some spots are just kind of cutting corners. I do like that they are showing all the blood on the kid though. I do like that they're doing that. Oh, dang it. What is that? Is that a dragon? I like the design though. Anna's gonna stab Taichi in the back. This is gonna suck. It does seem like there is some kind of lore about dragons. It seems like dragons live underground in this world. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm into that. That's a cool little thing. Man, the characters look really off model here. Yeah. Like, look at Rin. She does not look good. Miura either. It does not look good. Ugh, this looks gross. They look so... Oh, that's better. I don't know what she can do. She's the person that fell to the ground when she realized her railgun couldn't work. I don't know where she's getting the magical power. I thought that she was running out of magical power. So I don't know what she's doing here. This just seems like a liability. So, you're telling her to not get involved after you could have just told her to go away. So she is quite literally doing nothing. Excellent. Excellent stuff, man. Excellent stuff. Hey, Taichi, what happened to her being attacked on instinct? What happened to that? Yo, you didn't even try to defend her. Oh, that's kind of sucks. Man, Taichi, just talk a lot. Oof, this is what I'm actually a little bit more interested in. He's gonna get stabbed, man. Guy, you gotta look over to the side. Why didn't Rin say something? I'm more concerned as to why Rin didn't stop the girl from going in there. Like, she just watched that. She could see that girl going in there. And this girl didn't even bother to even use wind magic to restrain her. Like, of all the people, Rin is probably the best at restraining people. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks so hard. I'm surprised she's not vaporized. Oh god, did she actually... No. If they took off her, like, lower half, I would have been way more impressed. Oh man, it's really interesting how she got it, like, something that's equivalent to a stab wound from a blast. Man, some cool stuff going on. Okay, I feel really bad about that. Like, this girl just lost her hope to live because she saw Rin. This was the cheapest death in the whole world. This was so cheap. And you know what they're doing. They have to, like, get one girl to come in there, so that she dies, so that the guy can have his moment where he like unleashes all his power. You need to have that berserk button in there. I don't like this. This is really cheap. This is a really cheap way of going about this. This is so typical. And again, we have to talk about the cheats. He's gotta like stop the rhetoric with the cheats, man. Like that's what the problem. I do like that he's learning his lesson, but he's gonna get arrogant the moment he gets the power again, because that's what he is. I mean, this is the exact kind of behavior we're talking about, right? He gets upset, he realizes where his problems are, and then he starts demanding power from Ariel. Where, like, we know how the summoner system works from Lamia, right? We know that it's if a spirit takes a liking to you, it'll give you power. I mean, like, probably the story's gonna make it so that it works, but you just realized that you were being naive, and the bigger problem is his arrogance, and he goes out to demand power, right? It doesn't feel good. They're playing a dangerous game here with the power system. I guess that's fine. I guess that's legal enough. I'm just thinking that's a nasty way to go about things. I mean, props for going that far to legitimize why this couldn't happen earlier. No, Taichi, honestly, the way that situation was framed, people could have done more. Like, a lot of people could have done more. Man, I thought for a second that this guy was gonna, like, be humble. Because he was saying, like, he started it well with... he started it so well with the, what was his line? Like, guys, you gotta look at this for a second. Right? Like, he started it good. Like, I got what I deserved. I kept calling it a cheat and acting full of myself. It's like... Yeah, you did. You know, like, you were super arrogant. You were arrogant incarnate. And then you have him say, scared of the idea that I could wield power beyond mankind. I know, like, he might be trying to go for something else, but this sounds so arrogant. Oh my, I don't think he's learned any lessons. He got scared. Man, he got scared that he's too powerful. That's what he's saying. Man, what a guy. Of course, gotta shorten that up. I don't think this is a healthy relationship. It is an interesting implication that spirits are stronger than dragons, right? If Taichi manages to overcome this. I mean, I like this overall conspiracy plot. I like it. I think it's cool. Oh, who's that? That looks like a city. After a town comes a city? A country. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Escalation. Yeah, okay. Royal Capital Wenifix. Alright, man. Let's talk about the episode, I guess. So, you know, like, I was being pretty sassy throughout the episode, but, okay, you know, in terms of what it did well, let's face it, I bought into Anna really hard. Once the episode started going, you could see what was going to happen. She was on the chopping block. That's why she's not in the opening. I feel really bad about that. I really liked her. I really thought this anime could be something special, but no. I think when you look at what happened with Anna here, the introduction of her and everything about it, or well, the introduction and her ultimate purpose, when you look at this, it's pretty funny actually. It's really funny that Anna's thing was about not being a tool, and by the end of that, you pretty much see that she is a tool for the plot. She was a plot device, right? That's what she was reduced to. Her entire existence was reduced to a plot device. That's what happened. That said, again, I think, you know, they got me. I did get invested in the character slightly. So I do think that is a props to the writer. I will give props for that. But the moment that Anna got talked to by the person, you know, things were getting heavy-handed. The moment that Anna got in there, things got heavy-handed. again, I appreciate why it happened. I appreciate that there is a conspiracy. I appreciate the plot line that you could say like there was definitely someone behind the scenes who took control of Anna and specifically wanted to move Anna to where Tai Chi was so that Anna would get hit. I can appreciate that. And on the side of the villains, yeah, sure, that is a really effective plan for the villains, you know. But there's a lot of like significant problems. And this one might be because of the way that the anime specifically constructs things, but like you have Anna walking into the battlefield. You have Rin noticing Anna walking into the battlefield. You have Rin watching on as she sees this girl approach the boy on this battlefield when there is a giant dragon. I'm sorry, but actually no, I'm not. I owe this anime no apologies. No. Competence dictates, or common sense dictates, that you would do something to prevent the insane person from walking into a battlefield, right? It's infuriating when an anime makes it look like people are being stupid when they're probably not being stupid. And I do want to put in that little disclaimer there, because we don't know how the light novel set up the event, and I don't want to criticize the author too much for it. But you have this situation with Anna, and like it feels like a cheap death because you could quite literally see multiple moments where this could have been avoided if people were just a little bit more competent, or even just Rin. Rin with all her magical power did nothing to prevent the girl from getting caught up in it, right? Pretty stupid. I think, and even with the way that it came about, when you see the injuries that she got, you realize that yes, she effectively exists to fulfill this purpose of making Tai Chi realize some kind of lesson. I don't know what lesson, some kind of lesson, and then making him mad so that he like yells out for power. Like that's the purpose that she was there to accomplish, and it's just like this was cheap. This was really cheap. If she's gonna get blasted by a ball of fire, don't make it so that she has just a single wound on her abdomen. At least burn her. Like, God, like, come on. Make it look like it actually stuck, you know? Something like that, at the very least. But no, it just felt really cheap. That's the biggest problem. It feels cheap. Everything here feels very cheap. In terms of the berserk button, in terms of him getting angry, it feels like a pretty standard affair. When we talk about this anime being super typical, you have a moment like that, which is pretty much textbook get the guy to get stronger moment, right? Like we've seen this time and time before in anime. And even when it's done here, like I pointed it out, the man, when he's talking about his lines, he's like, for a moment there, he had me going that he was about to be all humble and stuff. And then he goes in with like, I was afraid that I was going to be a god. Like, come on, guy. Like, do you not have bigger problems? And then in terms of like the spirit system, you know, I appreciate that they made the spirit look sad. I appreciate that they made it seem like this was some kind of there was no other way situation, but it's like, really, is there really no other way? Can even drop hints? I don't know about that. This seems more like this seems like a terrible system. Mind you, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that sometimes the path to power can be a painful one. I'm a fan of Faustian deals. I'm a fan of that kind of idea. But this one here just seems really mean-spirited. I like, again, the justification for it, but you know, at this point we're trying to find good things in what was otherwise a giant mess. Aside from Anastasia, like again, like I want to be careful here because like Anna was done well to some points, but since the last episode she started going down, and then this one, like they had me going. I thought, hey, maybe she'll stab him in the back, but no, they wanted her to use her as a tool, and I do appreciate the irony of that. Like that's actually pretty good. The irony of her being a plot device, the irony of her being a stepping stone so that this kid could get more power. I do like that. That's a pretty cruel joke. Like that's actually, I would say, like some pretty sophisticated writing there, unless it was inadvertent, in which case it's like, why even bother talking about it? But no, again, it's a mixed bag. Sorry, of things that you could say are good, and then just collection of bad choices or just bad scene composition. It's just there's just so much going on here that's just it just feels like a bunch of if you had a checklist for what a standard protagonist needs to go through, it kind of just feels like you're going off on that checklist and you're not really caring about how exactly you get from one item to the other. It just feels like you're checklisting everything on the way there. Again, I think Anna was done more or less well enough, but at the same time, it's so shoddy that it feels so cheap. And I guess we could talk about Rin here. Rin saying that she wanted to stay with Tai Chi, but it's like it's useless, right? What does Rin accomplish? She gets to watch her friend potentially get eaten alive, right? And then you had Tai Chi saying like, "Oh yeah, if he attacks you, I'm gonna have to jump in, and that might kill me." And it's like, well, why would you even leave her in this situation? Why would you put her there? You really why would you assume that this dragon was gonna play fairly? There's just a lot of logical gaps and a lot of stupid moves here. Actually, like in this situation, it would have been better to remove Rin, because then you could at least make a more believable situation with Anastasia getting caught up in the crossfire. I mean, for all that time that Taichi was there on the ground, Rin was watching that situation going, right? It's just such a terrible. It's such a joke. Yeah, man. So I guess my final thoughts here are pretty much. Well, what do you even say? I don't mind that the ship was destroyed or dismantled right at the side of Rin, because like that was gonna happen. That's pretty typical. But not gonna talk about that. But in terms of what we got here, it continues to be typical. It continues to be a very lighthearted affair. This anime is not breaking the mold, except with the addition of Rin in some ways. Although sometimes Tai Chi kind of overshadows it. But for this episode, it's just a typical way of getting a typical power up. That's what it is, and the setup for how they get the power up. On one hand, interesting enough by using Anna. On the other hand, easily avoidable. Or at least, well, when you have Rin there, who can make a giant pot effectively and make monster stew, to think that she can't make a wall of wind in front of that girl at that point in time when she was ready to stay in front of a dragon is kind of ridiculous. So I do think it was easily avoidable. But in terms of broad strokes, the episode wanted Taichi to get his power and to set up a bigger myth plot. And that's cool, but again, when you look at the specifics, the episode really falls apart. I don't know. I'm very excited to hear what you guys want to say about this. Also, guys, like, give me colorful comments. I would love colorful comments from you all. Because I do want to make a video about what anime fans are saying about Isekai Cheat Magician, just because I feel you guys have a lot of colorful comments. So if you got like really colorful things to say about this episode, please let me know. And hey, if you love this episode and you like it for what it is, hey, that's okay too, man. Anything can be appreciated. And I don't want you to feel bad for liking the episode or disliking the episode. Just let me know what you felt down below, like in your honest thoughts. Like, tell me. I want to know from the people that love this anime. I want to know like what parts did you enjoy in this episode? Different strokes for different folks. I want to know what we're all thinking about this. Am I gonna continue covering the anime? Yeah, like without a doubt. I mean, like I enjoy criticizing things. I enjoy pointing out what I think are weaknesses, and I enjoy talking with you guys about it occasionally. So I'm all in for this, because like. This is a situation with Isekai Cheat Magician where it has a few cool things and it has a few questionable things. And it's fun to talk about those kind of things and play the comparison and contrast game. So you can count on me to continue watching this through to the end. So I'm not abandoning the episode. Although like I am very interested in Taichi now. I do want to like look at his character and really study how terrible he is. Because this is just a novelty now. I'm very interested in the character. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I am gonna try and watch Mao-sama retry right now, and hopefully that video will be on the channel after this one. But till then, I hope you guys have an absolutely great day. What a fun time. Ooh. And again, I'm looking at Anna's face here, and it's like, that was a good move from the author. I really didn't want her to die. So I am hoping for a miracle save on this one.